welcome back to PNW Off-Road. I'm really excited for today's video because we'll be taking a look at the brand new 2022 Husqvarna TE 300i. David picked this bike up the day before our last video when we did the Dust Dodgers poker run, and we finally had some time to take some video and form some initial thoughts on his new bike. And for anyone who is new to the channel or doesn't know, my bike, what I typically ride is a 2020 KTM 150 XCW TPI. So my thoughts are coming from the perspective of somebody who has experience with TPI, but very few hours riding a 300. It actually took me some time to get used to this bike, or even just the 300 in general, because of all the low end and on-demand power it has. And as you can see, I'm not riding an orange bike here. David and I are going to take turns riding his 2017 Husky 300 and the brand new 2022. So I'll share some thoughts on how those two bikes compare as well. So in this clip, you'll see that the 2017 is really good at wheeling. Rumor has it that the 2017 Husky can actually wheelie better by itself than Midwest MX can wheelie his own bike.
God damn it!
Okay, in all seriousness here, within the first minute of the ride, David managed to loop his bike, break off the rear fender, and crack his subframe. Good job, David. So what happened, buddy?
Wow. Really?
It stayed wheelied for a long time.
Wow.
So I'm going to play some footage of David riding the new 2022 Husky from our poker run that we did recently, while I talked through some of my impressions from having ridden the bike for about 2 hours. Let's start with the brake tech system. To me, the brake tech system seemed fine. I'd say the best part here was the clutch pull. It's definitely easier to pull than like Magura or Brembo systems. The front brake is definitely more gradual. The Magura brake bites quicker, but I was a fan of the very smooth and controllable braking that the new brake tech system offered. Power delivery. I thought the power delivery was buttery smooth. It offered really good traction. And this is kind of funny. I felt like I was getting better traction on the 2022 than I was on the 2017. Even though the 2022 had stock tires at 7 psi and the 2017 had a gummy tire and a moose setup. So the traction felt really good on the brand new 2022. Suspension. The suspension felt fine to me. I'm not like a super experienced rider, but the suspension felt just fine to me. In this video, we have both the fork and shock set to the sports setting and the manual. The one thing that I did notice coming from the PDS system on my KTM is that the Husky I felt like my body was positioned better, like I had a better center of gravity. And something worth noting is that the seat height is actually a little bit lower on the 2022 than the 2017 Huskies. So you're actually sitting a little bit closer to the ground. I'm 6'2", so I don't really have difficulty planting my feet on the 2017. But if you're a shorter rider, you might actually really like this lower seat height. And then, you know, as I mentioned earlier, I'm coming from a KTM 150, and I really can't talk about this enough. The low-end power that these 300s offer is truly incredible. I wasn't 100% comfortable in riding this bike because I haven't really spent very much time on it, and I was making a lot of mistakes. So it really didn't matter though, because I could just lug my way out of trouble. On my 150, I have to really stay like high in the rev range and stay on the pegs and balance properly, have the right gear selection, or the hill climb is done. There is a reason that people call 300s cheater bikes, and the 2022 is no exception to that. Alright, so now I'm going to give the same hill a go in second gear, kind of trying to go as slowly as I can. See if I can demonstrate the power delivery and luggability. Again, we have
stock tires. What are we at? 7 psi? Here we go. Trying to do this standing up. That's what she said joke there, but unbelievable. I'm just like chugging, making mistake after mistake, chugging. Damn. Gotta go faster.
So overall, I was really impressed with the new 2022 Husqvarna TE 300i. It felt super stable and grounded. It has tons of on-demand and tractable power, and most importantly, it was really fun to ride. You know, don't get me wrong, I love my 150. I will probably never get rid of that bike, but riding this 300 made me realize how incredibly capable 300s are. And it seriously made me think about going Husqvarna for my next bike. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe and support the channel. Leave some comments below. Thanks.